Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Hey everybody, welcome to our most unhinged recording podcast yet. This is Do Not Relent, and I'm Slidewhistle.
It's your boy, Immunization, and I want to venture to say that this is our first time ever recording in 2 separate days at once. Because, for us, it's before midnight, but for you, it's after midnight, so...
Yes, I was going to say some drivel about DNR historians will no longer need to debate as to the latest episode we've ever recorded. But for me, my work trip flight and bags and all sorts of brouhaha took so long, it is now actually the earliest we've ever recorded. As of this moment, it is 12:42 a.m., as in midnight 42.
Well, yeah, 11:42 p.m. for us, so it's both the latest and the earliest at the same time. Whoa.
There you go. That way, we never need to worry about the stats. We put it up. This is our Jordan Game 6 of inconvenient times to record. Also, I'm Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire and Horde Punching Bag. I have been up since 4 a.m., because my associates that I was working with, their flight was at 7 a.m. Mine was at 7 p.m.
Oh, hell no! Wait, so does somebody misbook you? Or...
We think... So this is a subject for... I'm afraid I don't know if I have the energy to get into all of it in an After Dark tonight, but the next After Dark we record, maybe I'll go into it. There's corporate warfare and espionage, and I feel like there has to be some sort of fuck you aspect to it of well, yeah, we'll get you guys to Arizona, but have fun getting back at weird times.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was just thinking, maybe we'll postpone it, or because tomorrow I'm going to be gone, so we can't do it tomorrow. But I got it. We gotta get this on record. This crazy work thing going on.
Yeah, so I don't know. We could discuss more off pod, but I feel like we could either just say that we will just do this week's episode of After Dark next week, or we could record it this weekend at some point, maybe.
Yeah. Regardless, you'll get the story. You'll get your content. I have a 3-day weekend now, so I'll be putting plenty of stuff up on the Patreon. So to hear and see all that, go to patreon.com/do-not-relent. But while we're here at the top of the show, I have to address a big oopsie boo-boo I did.
What, you shit in someone's toilet and clog it?
No, although during my time at the airport, I did have to fart really loud a lot of times. But I was I was in super public. So, but when you store it up, you store it up. So every 2 or 3 hours, because I was at the airport for a cumulative 10 hours, I would run into a bathroom and go and sometimes I was alone. Oftentimes I wasn't.
I mean, I'm sure that's not the strangest thing that was happening in the airport bathroom, so I feel like you're fine.
But no, my big oopsie doo-doo has to do with last week's titular contest, the 320k treasure hunt.
Oh my god, did you fuck up your pieces? Did you not have enough? Did you not have them all in there?
So, 32. I even, after we recorded that episode, I said, I'm so fucking smart. I know, I'm gonna really reel him in with this one. And I went to my list, my advanced list, and I saw all 32 pieces were there, and I was like, bet. And then people started flooding into my home. They were tearing things apart. They were looking up, down, and all around, to quote my favorite Chow Lobby music. Ah, wrong! What a fool I was! It was clearly Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure. Gah! And multiple people were coming back to me with 31 pieces. I said, 31 pieces? What the heck? And then I checked, and 32 pieces were there, but much like my infamous kite, my white knight was jammed in between.
Oh,
it was jammed in a door piece. So, it was still in the room.
Big door?
No, it wasn't big door. It's if you go into my home and turn right, there's a door to my library. But the small door is able to be there because there's like a Founder's Point door piece that is acting as a frame. It was embedded in it. So
no.
this is a toughie, but I'm going to give it to the first person who came to me with 31 of 32, who also knew the exact piece that was eluding them, and, to be frank, was there for a very long amount of time. They went in private DMs. They talked thoroughly about the amount of time they and their husband were searching around. I'm giving it to. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yes, it's me, everybody. That's right, it's me.
But too bad you're not husbands in the eyes of the Lord yet. Until you put some gold around your finger, you're just shoving buddies. You're good
I got
pals.
news for you. You missed something. You missed something that happened on your little trip.
No! That's my worst nightmare. But no.
You were in the airport for so long, you know? We just had to get married.
This goes to Bex Harrison and their husband, Harrison. I explained the situation. They were very nice. And they were like, oh, you know, it happens. And I said, would you like all the money like split in two? Because they were the people who were looking through my home in the social media post. They were there at the same time. And Bex Harrison says, I really did all the work. So just give me the money and I'll see how it splits. So congratulations, you two, to some degree. You get to share my $320K. For everyone else who put their heart and souls into it because I thought I was the mastermind and all my pieces were out, thank you so much for playing. I mean, I'm sure I'll send a little bit of money your way too, just because it was my boner, my goofum that led to this.
You played yourself here.
Yes.
We're all getting paid, guys. All of us. We all were in there.
Boo, Slidewhistle, boo, boo this man.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
He was right. He was in there. He was entertaining the Harrisons while they were walking around.
He was trying to destroy his house with I-beams and dances. Fell blade dances.
Also, I apologize to the Harrisons. You went into Growlina's house and you were probably expecting Growlina of DNR fame to show up. And for some reason I said, let's really give him a razzle dazzle and show up as Booty ATW.
Wait, you apologize for being on Booty?
Well, yeah. Imagine you're going to the parade to see Turbo Man, and who's out handing the toys but Booster.
We hate you, Booty ATW.
They're all beating her up and she falls off the float. Wow, I love it. I love it. Good stuff. That's so funny.
And you'll never believe that is my big contribution. That's my big part of 370 here because of work trip I haven't been able to play, so the ball is officially in your court.
Honestly, I feel like I just need to say that like this scavenger hunt giveaway going this way is probably the most DNR thing that could have happened. So like this is really funny, but I feel like I've played enough WoW over this last few days, like this last day and a half for both of us combined. I've been deep in the Lemix mines because, you know, if you know Immunization, you know that he is the biggest procrastinator probably there is. So in the last days here...
Fuck. I just realized I haven't been keeping track of my days. That's done, like, this reset, right?
Yeah, so probably when most people are listening to this, statistically, I feel like that's, like, on a Monday is when a lot of people listen to this. We have like a day, maybe mere hours left of Lemix by the time you're listening to this. And, you know, because like we're right now at like the 4-day mark or whatever. And I've just in the last like week, I'm like, you know, now's my time to really lock in and finish every order haul, get them all to level 80, get all their mounts and do all this in like 4 days time. So here I go.
I'm sitting here like, okay, all I have to do now is class mounts. That's it. I only have 2 class mounts left. Rarito, the paladin, is currently up to bat. And then I'm saving Moby 8, the Death Knight, for last. So I get a Moby to end on. And that's it. Once I do that, I'm done. So I'm sitting here like, you got a lot of work to do. Although you have a lot of time. I'm going to be gone tomorrow. I'm gonna be. I guess you're also gonna be at Lord of the Rings on Sunday, but you're gonna have all 2 days, 3 days to do it. Because Monday.
Are you guys watching all the movies in a big public setting?
So, I think before we even knew that nationwide that for the 25-year anniversary they are like, I think AMC is doing this thing where like this upcoming weekend they are doing in theater like screenings of the extended editions of the movies. We like a group of our friends has just randomly been watching the extended editions probably for like the last few months. Like maybe like once a month we got together and like watch the first one, and then the next month watch the second one. And then we just realized that we happen to be on the third one, and this weekend is here, so we're like, y'all want to see the last one in theaters? So like maybe like half the group is seeing Lord of the Rings for their first time ever on this watch through. So I feel like it'd be pretty cool to see the last one for their first time in theaters.
I'm really excited for the I Am No Man, because they're gonna pop hard for that one.
I mean, and like I've seen them all, but like it's been a long time since I've seen them all, so like it's been a nice rewatch for me too.
So yeah, you have time to do a lot of fucking damage in there. You just gotta lock in.
Yeah, I mean, I finished 4 of their campaigns today, so I feel like I just have one campaign left. This is an unconventional episode. I'm just gonna throw in a bottom boot right now, and then like 10 minutes into the episode. Tell me why. Okay, so first off, it's annoying that all of the campaigns have their do 10 world quest things, but like I've gotten it down to like, okay, I know my exact route of all the fastest 10 by this point. But then tell me why the fucking rogue campaign, and only the rogue campaign, has a quest in it where it's like you have to kill in elite rare world quest in particular. Like it's very specific. And I was like, well, I just killed probably the only one that was on the map when I was doing my 10 world quests, and there's none left, so I have to wait until another one comes up to finish that campaign now.
That's crazy. I was when I was reading about, because when I did this maybe like last week, and I was just reading about like which quests to do, and some of the comments were like, be careful because you might accidentally do all the danger quests. Well, that's crazy. There's only one available, or maybe you did them and didn't even realize them. Because there's only like maybe 3, I think, up at a time max.
And like I did another campaign after that too, because I was like, okay, well, I'll move on to Druid now because I can't finish Rogue. And then at some point another one after that, and I don't think that there were any danger ones up at all. So maybe like the one that I had done during my Rogue campaign, it like ended or whatever, because like I was also to the day change time for like I was leveling them and doing this around the time that new world quests came out too. So I don't think any new ones that qualify for it came out either. So I'm just like, what the fuck, Blizzard? Like all the ones that you decided to remove or change, why not this one?
Yeah, there's some like that where I don't really understand why they did it this way. Like the Warlock Mount quest still makes you do another Legion Assault, and I'm like, why? I already did a fucking Legion Assault. Don't make me do another one just for the stupid mount. And then it's like, for the Rogue Mount quest, they were like, okay, here's the plan. We're gonna break into the enemy capital. You are gonna break into Orgrimmar. I'm gonna, or it was some other port city.
It was Silvermoon.
Silvermoon, and I'm gonna break into Draenei land, and they're gonna be so mad at us, and it's gonna be so cool. And then fucking Eternus goes, actually, we're gonna skip that. And I'm like, what? That sounded fine. Why don't I get to do the cool scenario?
Because they didn't code it to allow you to actually be there. Remember when that first came out, I was complaining about it. They expected you to go there. Like I was like, how am I going to get to Silvermoon? You even pretend to go outside of Stormwind, and it's like sending you back in time. So I think
there was no portal?
Instead of having to deal with coding a part of Silvermoon that you're allowed in, they're just like, skip.
Damn. Well, I wish I would have skipped the fucking Legion Assault for the Warlocks, because that was annoying.
Yeah, so like that was my bottom boot, but like y'all don't have to do yours now. We can be more normal about that, but I just needed to say it because I was going to forget, and we were already talking about Lemix. But Another thing I wanted to talk about was doing these order hall things that I'd never experienced before as well. Why were we letting the Death Knights do what they were doing in this like order hall campaign?
I didn't play as much back in the day, and it's been a while. I forgot how they had this weird thing where it's like, we own all the best bodies. I distinctly did not remember the bit where they invade the Paladin Order Hall and they're like, give us your best bodies, we want to turn them into super zombies, and it's like,
No,
can
and then
you
you have to
please chill?
Yeah, and then you have to fight off Lady Liadrin. I'm like, wait, okay, so like when timeline wise was this happening? Why was like none of the paladins besides her there? Like, was this
Because they
this
were
is, like, current
saving
time?
the priest.
They were saving the priest. This that was my theory too, that they were like gone. Okay, I'm like, that's crazy. So why are we collaborating with them if they're just invading other order halls?
But also, there's like they never mentioned this in the Paladin Order. They don't even say like, "Oh, while you were gone, the Death Knights attacked and we repelled them." They were trying to steal, Tyrion's body and raise him as a horseman. Oh yeah, and Lady Liadrin got her ass beat. Like, wait, what? What do you mean?
That's why she never told anyone. She's embarrassed,
Yeah, just goofy. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, guys. Maybe the Death Knights should be. We should probably quarantine them or just blow them up. Like, they're bad. They're killing dragons for their mounts.
Defiling countless graves.
I guess that is sort of the lay of the land nowadays. Like, if you told Anduin, like, Anduin, we really need the help of Darian Mograine, I feel like he would really hesitate. He'd be like, oh, do we really? I mean, we could probably send more guys in. Like, the Death Knights are, like, officially weirdos. And the whole Legion campaign cements it, where it's like, yeah, we're really willing to try. Can we get some Furbolg in here maybe instead?
I guess thinking about it, it's kind of hard to blame the Death Knights when they were coming into the cities for the first time. Everyone's throwing rotten vegetables at them and shouting, "Go home!"
Yeah, they're just like, I guess we're bad. We're gonna invade whatever we want just because people are gonna be mad at us anyways.
Well, that was Death Knight times. We had some love in our hearts for them after that. And then they went as, oh, we're gonna go steal your heroes. We're gonna dig up. That's not even mentioning the other people that they successfully stole. Like, the Horde has a complicated history with him, but Nazgrim was a hero, and I just went to his house and just kicked his shit over, and it's like, take the body.
Yeah, I like how the horsemen that you like revive or whatever became like progressively harder to like get their bodies. Like the first one, you just like show up and it's like, oh yeah, here it is, just dig it up, and then we're good. And then like the last ones are like full on invasions of different like strongholds.
I'd have to imagine the humans of Azeroth are upset that they stole Trumbull Trollbane. Like, I know he's very old, but that's still one of the lead, like, the humans. And it's just like, yeah, we filled him full of farts and guts. He's an unholy Death Knight now.
We have a blue post about the Legion remix ending. Embrace the chaos of the final weekend of Legion Remix. If you log in anytime between Friday 16 January 8 a.m. PST through to the end of Remix, you earn the feat of strength Cloudy with a chance of Infernals. So there you go. Just log in and get a free feat of strength because you were there.
Just as a funny goofy goof.
Oh, I guess there's the green swirly above the bronze area has been getting bigger or something. So maybe like they're gonna invade or something. I don't know. Something's probably gonna happen, but yeah, I don't know. They go on to say, when the dust settles and you find yourself returned to the main timeline, all of your remix specific items, equipment, and quests will be removed. Each transferred character will receive 2,000 gold and a set of item levels 655, 102 after the squish, armor, and weapons, along with any gold you already had. So buy your shit. Buy your shit. This is your last warning. Go on. Now, in theory, if we're just going to be given a set of items, can I just take off my clothes and turn them into bronze and come in naked?
I mean, yeah, whatever little bit of bronze you can get off of them, but yeah, they're not going to be like, nah, you're naked in this world too. They're going to give you like the introductory set. So make your money, King. Live that Pawn Star life.
Yeah, you're min-maxing here. What would you get, like 10 bronze from that, maybe?
Yeah, I'm having that a lot, and I almost have everything that I want at this point. I think by the time I finish my last 2, I might just have it all. Maybe a couple runs on my Demon Hunter. I've got a top 2 actually.
Toot, toot.
I'm gonna give my top 2 to my new guild, the Eternal Dynasty.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you jumping ship?
Who knows?
It looks like at least Moby 7 has some big plans here.
I've actually got quite a few tunes in the Eternal Dynasty. So I mean, like, because we're in our regular guild, we are pretty close to max capacity, and like, I don't need these remix characters to be in the guild. I don't fucking care. It's whatever. But on my, I don't remember who I was on at this point. I was on somebody. I think it was on one of the Mobies. Maybe it was Moby 5, Moby 6. I got invited. I keep getting invited to guilds. 2 guilds keep inviting me. Eternal Dynasty and Make Elwyn Great Again. And I'm not joining that one based on the name alone. I don't have time for that joke anymore. But I joined the Eternal Dynasty. Oh, and it's giving me... When people in trade chat sometimes complain about guilds, and it's kind of giving me like those people who like kind of don't really know how to interact with human beings, so they end up in like a mass with other people who don't know how to interact with inner beings, and it's just a funny thing to watch.
I assume that they're just mass inviting people all the time, so there's a lot of people funneling in and out of this conglomerate. Is just everyone confused and mad and talking, and no one knows what's happening in there?
It's weird. I think there's children playing this game in 2026.
What?
Like,
How does a child get attracted to this game, I wonder? Especially because most of the advertisements I've seen have been like advertising the later stage gamer end game stuff. Like, it's like, find a place to drink tea with your dragon buddy. Decorate your home. I have not seen a lot of promoting to like fight evil demons and do explosions, things that like a child would enjoy.
Well, you're not watching the Jake Paul fights. Maybe that's where they're advertising the kill demons and come join the demon fighters.
Jake Paul comes into frame and says, "You want to kill some demons?"
Or actually he says, because his jaw's fucking broken.
And then that man got in a big car crash and almost died.
He had a car crash?
The Jake Paulers tried to take him out. Yeah, he went to Africa like the next week and not funny got in a car crash and it killed 2 of the people in the car and seriously wounded him.
And then
people are online and are like, at least Jake just got a broken jaw. It's like, I don't think this is part of the Stan Wars. People died on this one.
But there's a child. It's got to be a child in this guild who. Okay, so they get invited, and the guild leader goes, "Welcome," name of person they invited like 8 million times. They're inviting everybody, and that's why I have so many alts in here. I don't even seek them out. I don't say anything. I just switch tunes, and eventually I get 2 invites: one from Make Ellen Great Again, and one from Eternal Dynasty. And I join the Eternal Dynasty. So I've got like 6 tunes in there by this point.
My question though is like, what's the point of people creating Lemix specific guilds? Like,
it's not Lemix specific. They're just inviting anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I maybe I'm just jaded. Like, what's their goal here? Like, to actually get a community going?
Yeah, like they want to just have a guild. Like,
I just feel like you can never really successfully do that just by like mass inviting people like on the streets of Dalaran. But maybe that's just me.
I mean, they have a Discord, they have a second guild, so I don't know, maybe it's working. I don't know. They have a raid plans this Saturday if you want to go do a trial. They had 18 people in a raid today, so I don't know.
Are they raiding Lemix content? I feel like 2 people can do a Lemix raid?
Well, some of them were leveling. So the guy joins. Dreadlin is his name. So whenever I see his name, I think it's Lin because he's also on a warrior. And so Dreadlin joins, and then Dreadlin goes, "Huh? What is this? Why did you invite me?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be. I can already tell it's gonna be good."
Okay, Dreadlin walks into Eternal Dynasty.
And Dreadlin begins just doing that thing where he just like talks non-stop and then gets mad when other people aren't responding to him. He wants 24/7 attention in this guild that he got invited to because he doesn't understand how a guild works because he's new to the game.
Oh, so like, was it setting him off when like he would say something and then other people would just start talking about something else?
When he got no response, he would immediately be like, "Oh, I guess everyone died in an apocalypse or something." Like, "Oh, I guess the undead rose up and ate everybody because no one's responding to me." Like, it's literally word for word what he's saying. But he was getting pissed. He was like, "I am trying to get all the exclusive things in this thing, and I need someone to help me. I need someone who wants to carry me through a dungeon because I can't kill anything by myself. I keep dying." And so nobody responded, obviously, because everyone's busy. And then he's like, "Why does nobody want to help me?" 8 exclamation marks. Dad?
Crazy. I mean, like, I feel like, I don't know, like, in my experience in all these, like, Order Hall campaign, like, spams when I've had to, like, do a dungeon, or I've needed to, like, get up to a new level threshold, so I would just, like, do normal raid. Like, almost every piece of content has people that are just willing to carry people in Lemix right now, to the point where, like, whenever I've, like, needed to spam level, I've joined, like, normal Emerald Nightmare, and then they legitimately just, like, tell you to just sit by Malfurion in the center of the raid, and they'll do the rest. Like, the 3 or 4 pumpers that are, like, max level that have gear will just do the raid by themselves. They're even like, "We'll split up and do bosses at the same time, so this is quick, and you guys can just get your gear mailed to you." It's crazy.
That thing used to make me mad, I'm not gonna lie. Because I would have to go in sometimes with specific characters and be like, "I need the Fang of Ganoul." And then you'd get pumpers who would like destroy the dungeon so fast that Ganoul's body would despawn. And it was like, well, fuck you, guy. Like, I get this is just a Tuesday for you, but like, I needed that man. Now I need to queue again.
Yeah, the splitting up sucks. They actually aren't supposed to do that, so it's annoying when they do it. But the reason I know Dreadlin's a child is because somebody asked, "Oh, just go talk to Eternatus and get your shit." And he was like, "Isn't Eternatus a Pokemon XD?" And then he goes, "Well, I wouldn't know anything about that, but my 10-year-old kid brother does." And I was like, "Oh, you're like a baby." Because like, I feel like no one says 10-year-old kid brother if they're above teenage. You know what I mean? That's like, I'm older than him and he hits Pokemon and he's nerdy and I'm not.
Also, he's a child because he missed out on that powerful Pokemon XD reference. This homie doesn't know Gale of Darkness.
It's a Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is what he meant to say.
Exactly. If he was old, he'd be learnt. He'd have spent that $300 to buy that.
So he kept demanding help, never got the help, and then he gets into a thing and he goes, "Well, I finally got into a group since nobody here wanted to help me." And then later he goes, "I got my first exclusive mount!" And I was like, "Yippee!" All caps, "That's my boy! That's my son! That's my son, Dreadlin!" On Predelia. And he was like, big eye emoji that Honors uses. "That's the weirdest thing anybody's ever said in World of Warcraft." And I was like, "Whoa, baby, no, it's not. No, it's not."
Oh, that is very much so not. Dreadlin, come on now. You don't know what goes on in Elwyn, and you shouldn't at your age.
Stay tuned, maybe my new guild, me and Dreadlin and the guild are gonna take on some bosses this Saturday. Who knows what we're gonna get, what shenanigans we're gonna get into in the Eternal Dynasty. I'm making a gang sign for Eternal Dynasty. It's an E and a D in sign language.
You should ask him his opinion on I Show Speed's recent adventures in Africa. If he has an opinion, that's how you know he's a real child.
I'm exclusively just gonna ask. I'm just gonna ask references about 70s sitcoms. I'm going the opposite direction.
Are you a bigger fan of Sanford or his son? And he said, my dad wasn't even born when that show was on. It's been a little bit. Growlina, I want to hear from you. Well, howdy day, everybody. I'm here, live from Thousand Needles, conversing with my friend Radlore. Rad, I'm gonna be so real. It's 2026. What are you doing in Thousand Needles? Well, I'm counting the needles. I've got a little bit of downtime and figure, why not try and call their bluff? I see. So what has your ecological study found so far? There are certainly needles, but far from 1,000. I'm going to have to bring this up with the Kalimdor Board of Tourism and file a formal complaint. I'd hate to be the bearer of specific hardship, but have you been counting the thorns in Razorfen Downs? Do I have to? Well, I'm not going to be a stinker here, but each of those thorns does count as a needle. I guess I have to. For science. Poor Rad. That son of a bitch is gonna be here all day now. But you don't have all day to wait, so let's get you back to the show. Thanks, Growlina! I'm enjoying this later in the day adventure, because I guess, spoilers, there's no way you would have known because it's in media res. I'm not waking up until like 9 a.m. tomorrow to do this thing, because it already is tomorrow now. So, sorry if you missed your 6 a.m. drive.
I'm gonna laugh at you when we have like the most emails you've ever received at one time. One being like, "Oh my god, what happened? Why isn't the?
I mean,
why isn't it up?"
there are sometimes people will come at me at like 10 and be like, "So, not doing one this week?" I'm like, "It's only an hour late. Come on."
And also,
Cut me
it's
some
like,
slack.
guys, we've literally never missed an episode. Like, it's coming. Please, like, have more faith in us at this point.
We complain, having no one complained yet, and also listening to the episode that is now out.
Ooh, everybody mark your calendars for January 20th, which you probably already have done because it's when the pre-patch drops, but that's also when one of the best ideas you've ever fucking had drops. That's right, everybody. The Twitch drops will now include decor for your house.
Honestly, like, sometimes the Twitch drops, I'm like, I don't really need this pet or whatever. But like this one, I need it. So yeah, starting on January 20th and going through February 17th, you can watch, the approved World of Warcraft streams to get a Twitch drop for, you have to watch for 4 hours. Is that what it is?
They have to be approved. So it's like name.
Well, they always say
people?
this. They always say this. Like, I don't know why they say this. I'm like, maybe it's just in case like your friend, like Billy, is like banned, like soft banned or something. I'm pretty. Basically, I've never seen a World of Warcraft stream that doesn't qualify.
I was about to say, because I only have like 50 followers, and on average, like 3 people watch me, and usually I apply to these things. So I don't know. I feel bad. I don't like watching famous people do it.
No, I mean,
I only like watching other losers like me do it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just choose like whichever one is there. So maybe I do like. Honestly, like when you're streaming, I like go to use. But anyways, tell us what
the amount of Latin American Overwatch streamers I've accidentally watched is crazy. I have probably seen more Spanish Overwatch than any other language.
What do their ultimates sound like?
I don't know because I mute them. I don't want to hear Spanish.
Oh.
That's what I said. The amount I've watched, not the amount I've heard.
Hey everybody, remember that decor item? That's right, it's a cuddly green gurgle. It's a little green Murloc plushie that looks very, very cute on a little table. It sits in this picture I look at.
That's such a weird way of saying that, but yes, it is very cute. It's like the other plushies. I assume it's that size.
Where are people getting the other plushie not out of a Twitch drop?
Auction house
or
Okay.
Professions tailoring, I think, can make them.
Okay, because I've seen it in a couple homes, and I'm like, what do you know that I don't know? But I have yet to actually go into the auction house and like look
Oh my
at
god, are you for real?
the dozens of things that I don't
dozens? Oh my god, it's honest, it's hundreds, and it feels like it's so fucking many. Inscription alone makes like 56. And that's just Inscription.
I feel like every profession that makes things per each expansion has at least 2 or 3 items at least. So I feel like there definitely is a lot, and then I feel like there's probably more you can unlock in other ways that I don't know about.
Yeah, and then prices have been dropping, I think. Although I don't know, it's kind of volatile. So if you need anything, I have almost every engineering thing. And I have Dragonflight Inscription, and I have War Within Inscription. That's kind of it. Oh, and I have Dragonflight Alchemy, which has some good shit. Some good potted plants come from Alchemy. I don't quite understand why it's Alchemy, but I'll take it.
I feel like they should throw like Herbalism a bone or something for that, you know?
I'm asking for specifically mining and specifically herbalism or even skinning to get things, because that is my big decision for Midnight. They made it too complicated to actually be good at making things anymore. So Growlina is purely a provider. She gets the shit off the street and she'll sell it to you in the auction house.
That's what people do. I just open up a guide.
No longer will she attempt to be an alchemist and make her own potions, because I was woefully underprepared despite playing TWW almost every day for like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, they made it a whole side job, basically. Like, you feel like you have to go in knowing what you're looking for, or you have to go in looking for what you don't know. That's what it seems to be, because there's like the pages for like the guide for leveling is interesting, like the different paths to take, and you could fuck yourself up if you pick the wrong path.
This is a very minor thing, but Immunization revealed on our Discord, which you can get to by going to DoNotRelent.com, that they are now changing the XYZ axis for when you are manipulating items in your home into 3 distinct colors. And honestly, the two of you revealed your tops and bottoms and mediums. That is my top toot of this week.
Toot.
That is a life changer, because, and maybe this is coming next, they don't allow you to manually input the amount of degrees you want to turn something. So sometimes you want to pivot your big door, you accidentally pick the wrong, even though it looks right, thing, start moving it. Oops, you can never truly get back to 0% unless you want to sit there like it's a game of Operation and carefully...
Or just like remove it, the piece of decor and put it back in again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the fact that now I'll know, and I hope they put a guide. I hope it's not something I just have to figure out where it's like, x-axis is blue. Because in my heart of hearts, x-axis is blue. So if you fuck that up, then I'm going to be confused still.
So just for my sake, x-axis would be blue, would y be red, and z be green? Because that's what I always envisioned it as. I don't know why.
Yes, because red, Y, and that actually is, that hits it on the head. Yeah, because X is blue. That's just the standard. That's the baseline fact. Y has to be red because red is opposite of blue. And then yellow's left over, so that's got to be Z.
Yeah, but I agree with you. Great change here. Just because, like, it wasn't just like a depth perception thing. I think it was just like straight up impossible to tell sometimes, like the way when they were all yellow and overlapping each other. Oh, also, I don't know if we said this on the show, but just like a tip for the builders. Like whenever you like use any of the like advanced tools like rotating or scaling, it's shift, right? Like I think if you press shift while doing it, it'll like lock it to like increasing or decreasing by like set like amounts, either like 5 or 10% for scaling, or like
Ooh,
or like 5 or 10 degrees for like turning to make it like a little more. I was gonna say more precise, but I guess that technically makes it less precise, but more like more even, I guess.
A little more control in your daily life, maybe.
So, Slidewhistle, you've dropped a humdinger of an article in our host chat here. What are we starting with when it comes to the pre-patch notifications?
Yes, Blizzard has dropped the official patch notes for... Oh, God. Guys, what's the number? Hit me with that number, folks. What do we got? Is it 12?
Well, I would say, yeah, if this is pre-patch, it's getting ready for just 12.
Wait, but
you
12
lucked out.
is...
It's an easy one.
Wait, but 12 is when the actual midnight drops. So
yeah, so like I feel like pre-patch is normally like one before point something late, right? Is that what it is? Or is pre-patch actually 12 and then like the like when it releases it's like 12.0.5 or something?
Pre-patch,
I don't know.
I've never thought of as a number because we got 11.2.7. Would you say it's like 11.2.9?
I kind of is kind of what I'm thinking, but they don't really say numbers. I guess it's just pre-patch. A lot of it are things that we've already talked about before on this show, but there is a little, if you scroll past the massive amount of class changes coming, there is a little housing section that has some things I didn't know was coming. Added a catalog tab to the house chest, which lets you place and preview unowned decor inside your house. That's excellent. That way you know if it's truly worth your effort to go get this item. You can literally see what it looks like in your house.
Honestly, that's great. Love that. Also, like, I'm slightly high, and I just was like, have we ever talked about how, like, spot on, like, the 12.0 expansion being midnight is? Have we talked about that?
I think so. I think we did.
Shit.
I feel like last week maybe.
Maybe it's because it is 1:25 a.m. That really rocked my world.
It's like Slide and I are in the midnight hour. We're talking about the midnight pre-patch. Whoa.
Hubba.
But yes, okay. Sorry, Slide. Go back to the housing updates.
Advanced mode controls now use different colors. Talked about that. General improvements for border and collision detection, handling in the house editor. I think we talked about that a little bit. Lowered the placement costs of many pieces of decor. We're scraping back more furniture inside and maybe outside.
Yeah, I've seen some posts of people comparing that where it's like a lot of things that were like either 3 or 5 were like being reduced to 1 or 2 now. So I think we're going to have like a decent amount more budget. I hope this is like for outside in particular because like my outside is pretty on one side.
Yeah, there were some furniture that I was like, why are these throwing axes at a target 5? Like, they're not even that big. Meanwhile, it's the same as the fucking giant-ass windmill I have in my yard. So that'd be cool.
Y'all, I was looking at the patch notes as you were discussing this, and I was like, I want to see, some of the additional changes they've made to my class. So I Control F'd the word mage. Do you know what word features mage a lot in it? Damage, which is included in just about every single one. It's like, yeah,
you put
Poindexter.
Quotes around mage? Does that work?
They said, yeah, Poindexter. There are 1,184 uses of the word mage in there. And also, no, it doesn't work. When I did that, it's like, there's nothing. What the heck are you even talking about?
Oh, okay. So like, at least in Microsoft Edge, which I use, it has like a match whole word exactly that you can check. and that brings it down to just 7. But like, I didn't think about how damage just has mage. It's like it's damage is basically damage.
Damage.
Damage. When I looked up fire mage, it's only used exactly once in this entire article. Improved blazing barrier. Blazing barrier's damage is increased by 200% and is now cauterizes your wounds, healing you for 15% of the damage it absorbs. Hey, that's pretty nice. Fire mage only.
It's hot.
That's actually very helpful. Now blazing barrier will actually do something. Oh, I'm sorry. This is improved blazing barrier, which means I probably have lost out on something important by selecting this.
Or you gained a great shield. They talk about UI changes. I don't know. We got talked about a lot of this shit already. And like, the base UI is, I mean, they're fleshing it out. They have a whole section on damage meters. You know, they're trying to make it so you don't have to have details. It'd be nice not to have the bloat of it. I wonder how many people are gonna actually. I feel like, are people gonna actually just not get details though? I feel like everyone's so used to having it that like they're just gonna be like, I'm gonna keep what I know already.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll try out their base one. I mean, I feel like for a while some people might have both and compare them, especially like the top people who care most about things being super accurate would do that probably. For like some people like us, I might just legitimately get rid of details and just use the in-game one because I'm trying to have as few add-ons as possible now that they're purposely trying to make us have as few as possible. And I'm just like, oh, if it's in the game, it's fine.
It makes me think, do you think the strategy is to create their own version in order to tempt people to not use mods and then try and improve them to further get people? Or do you think that they'll eventually start just shutting down the ability to use add-ons? So it's like, you don't like our damage meters? Too bad. They're the only ones in town now.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think they know they're going to get people really, really mad. I think my theory is not that they want to make it console friendly. It's that they're fucking tired of people getting pissy and complaining when their add-ons break with updates, as if that's like WoW's problem. And I bet you they receive a fuck ton of like bug reports and like just like
about something that's like an add-ons thing.
Yes, about nothing that they can even control. Oh, my whole UI is broken because I used ElvUI and it was a new update. What's going on? You see, bozos, happens every time.
That's crazy. I never once complained to them about the fact that I couldn't compare items for 4 years. And that's not me saying I'm better than most. That's me thinking, why didn't I complain? Maybe they could have helped me out. Maybe they could have fixed it.
Yeah, they might have been able to.
Clearly they did something because it got fixed eventually. And that's why I will always follow Blizzard's official items, because I can't download any more add-ons. I don't want to break it again. I want to be able to compare things.
New Mythic Plus affix coming for levels 2 through 5. This is ground shattering, by the way. The earth is swallowing me up. Lindormi. That's right, Lynn's cousin. Lynn's godfather.
I met her once at the wedding.
Oh, good old Lindormi. Lindormi's guidance will be active when Season 1 of Midnight begins. While Lindormi's guidance is active, certain non-boss enemies will be afflicted with temporal sands, visually highlighting them and reducing their health and damage by 5%. Defeating these marked enemies will fulfill 100% of the enemy force's count, providing a basic route through a dungeon. Additionally, this affix also prevents player deaths from reducing the timer. Bitch, we got tank learning routes in the game built in.
Wait, you said these are like 2 through 5?
Yeah.
That's still content. I mean, not to say that I'm not appreciative of those, but in that case, just like get rid of 2 through 5 then. Just say like learning mode. And then once you conquer learning mode, then you can do what they want you to do. It's interesting that
They kind of already are.
I guess I'm not a mythic pluffer, but yeah, it's interesting that they're like, you can choose any level of difficulty that you want. But by the way, like a third of them are baby mode.
I think it's probably good though. I think there's a big jump between the two groups of players who are doing keys and people who don't like to do keys.
I feel like in the recent seasons too, I almost would feel like when I was on an alt and I was trying to gear up or whatever, I always felt like the 2 through 5 range was harder than like a 10, just because people didn't know what they were doing. The tanks didn't know where they were going. Nobody did any of their things that they were supposed to do. So I feel like if this just is effectively like bowling with the bumpers on for the for the tanks, it'll make an experience easier for everyone else as they are learning these dungeons.
They look before, instead of bowling with bumpers, it was fucking bowling with like the alley on fire. And I'm like, no, please, why are we wiping on a 3?
What do you think would need to happen to the Mythic Plus experience to make it bowling with the ramp? Have you ever bowled with the bowling ball ramp?
Is this like the metal one that you just like put it in and then like, it rolls down like a slide to go on to?
It just goes down straight and it's like direct. It pretty much goes exactly where you need it to.
Is that a follower dungeon?
I guess, yeah, follower Mythic Plus. Like, it's like, don't worry, you don't need to interact. But hey, Slidewhistle, get your kid on this. This is what he needs.
Deathlin. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Deathlin and then I'm gonna let him know. Wait, what is Gas Childrion up to? Maybe he can help with this.
It's me, Gas Childrion. I've come to guess the children that are in Eternal Dynasty.
I heard there's a child in need of gassing. There's a cherubic angel for me to snuff the lights out.
My warlock that I was leveling through Lemix for the order hall. I've also been doing this to just like get a weird variety of different races too that I've never played before. So
I did notice that last week because you said you had a troll woman, and I said no one willingly has a troll woman.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know. I guess I'll just level them all up so that I can then eventually just take them and run them through heritage armor or whatnot as well. So I was doing an undead, and then I've just been like cycling through the like random names as well. And then I just like edit them a little bit to make them decent, but like I don't really care that much. But legitimately, one of the undead names ended in Eon, and I was like, wait. and then like I just had like a Raven Simone like vision moment of Gas Childrion.
If I had to guess where Gas Childrion would canonically be, I'm gonna guess he's one of the undead they put in chains in at the end of BFA when we were all really mad at Sylvanas. And then he was like, oh, I love being in chains. I love it so much. So they put him in Ragefire Chasm for being weird.
I was thinking they just executed him. They're like, this guy's gotta go. This guy's crazy. Irredeemable.
They said all members of the Horde are sacred and we love our brothers, but Gas Childrion's a weird freak. Put him in there with Slagmaw. Have him fight Slagmaw for all eternity. That's his punishment.
Did you guys... Well, if you guys did the full Death Knight campaign, you'll see that they actually raised him as the 5th horseman. They're like, he's so good. He's so perfect for us. We need him.
God.
You gotta wonder, does that feel like a failure when you raise an undead Death Knight? Like, you're like, we can return this body to the living coil. And then you use Raise Undead, and then you see him there, and you're like, I guess my powers weren't up to snuff. This guy still kind of fucking sucks.
This guy's all bones.
Would that make them an undead? Undead?
They're almost alive.
Whoa.
They're almost a person.
Whoa. How you guys doing on your turbulent timeways?
No!
Oh,
actually,
fuck.
I think I have just enough I think I squeaked it in. I'm 3 of 5, And we have until the first week in February. So, God, get on it now. I actually think at this point it's too late if you haven't started.
Well, so I started it. I can't remember. I think I might also be similarly in the same boat. And I've purposely, like, not been playing Immunization except my, like, one dungeon a week of that so that she can keep her buff so that I can just do one a week. I hope I didn't miss one, though. I've been in the Lemix mines. Fuck.
But remember, they gave us extended weeks, so you might be okay. You might be okay. Who knows? Because once Lemix ends, then
Also remember, it's a fart in the wind. This is the one where you just get to pick 4 golden Shadowlands mounts. So
I know, but like at this point, I care more about the achievement than the mount.
We took a lot of damage losing that first turbulent, second turbulent time waste. This is there forever. 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. I'm like, ugh.
Not me, said the flea. I got that. Yeah. Now I'm extra motivated. I gotta keep going because I'm the only DNR boy who's been turbulent every single time.
Big Turb, they call ya. The little Lent. Which take your pick.
Little Lent is what they call me. I only need to give up eating chocolate for 20 days. It's the Little Lent.
Little Lent.
Did you have friends that took Lent very seriously?
My mom took it seriously, and she was like, she would make us give something up for Lent, and I'd be like, I'm giving up vacuuming. She'd be like, you can't pick that. And I was like, why?
Alex B from California used to try and pull that shit every time, and he'd get smacked in the back of the head, and then he'd show up the next day at school and be like, oh, I have to give up comic books. But every year he'd try and be like, I give up talking to my sister.
But yes, lots of people, because I went to a Catholic school, so...
I guess, yeah, fuck, you were the only guy who was allowed to eat chocolate for like that month and a half.
One year, I think I gave up gummy worms. And I didn't even like gummy worms. They didn't remember that, so I was like, if there's sour gummy worms, I'm into them. But regular ones, they're just kind of whatever. You know, the ones you put on the mud cups, I don't know, they're not that good. Gummy sharks, that's where it's at. And peach rings.
But you didn't give those up.
Hell no, I didn't. I was eating peach rings all the time.
And that's why you're a homosexual man. You was practicing eating peach rings when you was a kid. Speaking of eating peach rings, it's time for me to kiss ass and thank our patrons. Thank you guys so very much. I appreciate it.
That was so good.
Their names include Ahoy Vince, Azrin, Digital Dave, asking Growlina to say, for the Horde. Biscuit the Orchid Orc, Mitch wants to remind everyone that Rathian isn't daddy, he's a literal child. Crucifix, Alternator, Chris M, Saracen Hawk, Justin, give me back my PhD, Arcane, Remy.
Every time I hear Chiodos, I get a full boner. And I wanted to hop off the bike before I poked you in the back.
Kick Puncher, Sugar Bear.
Time is money, friend.
Dr. Foster, Grumpy Old Shaman. Dax, Jerome, Ali, Adorno, Gershom.
If you want pretty house, why you play ugly faction?
Duff the Horde Pooper Cooper, Calcus. I'm sure it's unsurprising, but as stated, I just got home, like, at midnight last night, so I still couldn't frickin' find them. But this is the time, this is the weekend, I'm gonna find them, they're gonna say the thing. Keep winding your sails. Cilantro, Alex A, Vanderlyle.
Have a nice day!
And Will, a.k.a. Tyre, Trade Chat's fallen father.
You can join those patrons at patreon.com/do-not-relent. We already plugged that, but I'm plugging it again. You can join all of our links, click on all of our stuff at do-not-relent.com. Where are you guys?
Well, you see, you can find me, Alex, or Immunization, on Twitter at New Era Alex, or on Blue Sky at Immunization.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at thebigacheesy on twitters.com. Watch me play Vigigrams at twitch.tv/AaronDNR. And if you need to know where I am tonight/this morning, in bed.
Yeah, you gotta get some sleep. And time for hour 2 of our podcast, everybody. We're going to continue with an extra long one this week. We're going to go to 2 hours. Why not?
When I was on a plane, a little kid was literally hawk shoeing, I think, to tell his mom that he was asleep. Then she said, "You are not asleep." And I said, "I'm glad to be on this plane. I'm glad we're stuck on the runway."
Well, kiss your pilots goodnight, everybody. And remember,
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.